beautiful people, and welcome back to another video. This is Top Note by A. My name is Amanda. If you are visiting the channel for the first time, consider subscribing to the channel. I share all things fragrance related. Every once in a while I will throw in a beauty and a fashion item here and there, but mostly I talk about fragrances. And on today's video I'm sharing my review of Lattafa Sakeena. If you guys are interested, let's start with the packaging of the fragrance. The fragrance came packaged like this, really nice. One thing I want to share with you guys, and I think I have it upside down. Yeah, this is the packaging of the fragrance. Always look for this holographic stamp at the back of your fragrance boxes. Try and buy fragrances from sources that you can trust. Even if you buy from eBay, which I tend not to buy fragrances from eBay, try and read reviews of the seller before you buy your fragrances. These are very affordable, but that doesn't mean that people will not sell you dupes, or people will not sell you fake, not dupes, but they will not sell you fake of these affordable fragrances. So always buy from sources that you can trust. That being said, yeah, this is Sakeena by Lattafa. I'm not sure if this is from their Pride line. This box opens like this, guys. I'm very excited to open the box for you guys. It opens like this, and then the fragrance sits in here. So this is Sakeena by Lattafa. The bottle, let me tell you, the cap, and I always share the cap with you. This cap is not heavy, but when you cap it, you can actually hold the fragrance from the cap. I do not advise doing that, but I'm saying if by mistake you happen to hold it from the cap, it will not fall. The bottle has a velvet feel to it, really nicely done. I really do not care for the gold, the ruby thing that is here. I don't care for it. It looks like an evil eye for me, and I don't care for that. But apart from that, the bottle is really nice. And let's spray and see how it sprays, guys. And like all Lattafa fragrances, it sprays really well. The mist is misting, guys. The mist is misting. This fragrance has mandarin and ozonic accords. It also has passion fruit in the beginning of the fragrance. The middle of the fragrance, you have orange flower, sea salt, and raspberry. And then the base of the fragrance, you have musk, vanilla, praline, and toffee. Let me tell you, when I spray this fragrance, on my skin in the box, the first thing I get is this ozonic note and saltiness. It's not so salty, and it's not like the ocean. It's a little bit salty, and I also get the citrus. I'm not necessarily getting orange at all. I don't get orange, but I get, you know, something citrus and ozonic and salty. That is what I get when I first spray Sakeena by Lattafa. When the fragrance starts to dry down, like in 30 minutes, when it starts to dry down, this is when I tend to pick up the orange flower. And I pick the orange flower. It's like, if you have orange tree, I grew up in Ghana, and we did have orange trees in my backyard. So when the orange starts to bloom, the flower starts to bloom, if you crush it in your hands, the scent that you get is what I get when the fragrance hits like the 30 minutes mark. That is the scent that I get, and it's not strong. It's not very strong, but it's there. That's the scent. It's so beautifully done. And it doesn't come off synthetic at all. It comes off like the authentic orange flower that I am used to. It comes off like that, but it's not intense like you crushing it with between your two fingers, but it's still there, and you get it really well. You do get the raspberry hints. The raspberry in here is not potent, and if I didn't tell you guys, I did not get any passion fruit in the beginning of the fragrance. No passion fruit whatsoever. I do get sweetness, but not passion fruit. When the fragrance dries down totally, you do get the praline. It is really sweet, and the toffee is very sweet and a little bit like bent, not smoky, but bent, like slightly bent note that you get in the dry down of the fragrance. This is a really well done fragrance for a Lattafa fragrance. Why am I saying that? Lattafa comes out with really bangers, and this is one of the bangers from Lattafa that I have come across. This is really done well. It sprays really beautiful. It goes on the skin very feminine, very floral, very, you know, sweet citrus. You do get that burnt note in the dry down of the fragrance. Guys, like I said, after the 30 minutes mark, the raspberry is there, but it's like hints of raspberry, and it's not synthetic, which I'm very excited about, because I love raspberry in fragrances, but the raspberry has to be done right. The raspberry cannot be synthetic smelling. If it is, then I can handle it. And this one, I can definitely handle the raspberry in this fragrance. I wish the passion fruit picks up more for me, but it's not. And this fragrance has sat in my house for about 2.5 months now, and I have used it, but the passion fruit is not picking up the way I want it to pick up. I do love the opening of the fragrance, the middle of the fragrance, and the dry down of the fragrance. I love everything about the fragrance, even the saltiness that you get, but it's not like the ocean. It's not like the ocean. It's like you have warm water and you add a little bit of salt and you drink it. That is the saltiness that I get. It's not like saltiness that you cannot take. It's like salty that you can take, and I love that about the fragrance. I move on. Guys, let's talk about the performance of the fragrance. So this one, my scent bubble gave me about 3 hours, and afterwards, the longevity of the fragrance, it went up to 8 hours for me, and this is on my skin. It went up to 8 hours. I sprayed it in my clothes, and I was able to get about 10 hours of this fragrance. It went all the way to 10 hours. But then again, I overspray my fragrances. So I want to put it out there for those of you that who don't like to overspray your fragrances. I think if you spray your clothes, like minimum spray in your clothes and on your skin, you should get about 6 hours out of this fragrance. But for me, I overspray my skin and I overspray my clothes. So this one took me all the way to the 10th hour. And then after the 10th hour, I could smell like lingers of it in my clothes, but on my skin it was totally gone. So let me do this. I think on my skin it was about 8 hours, and then on the clothes it went all the way to 6 hours. Let's do that. And I have used this fragrance like more than maybe 4 different occasions, and I still, you know, see myself like reaching for this fragrance. So when I say that I love this fragrance because if I come to this room, which I have a lot of fragrances in this room, and I'm looking at this fragrance and I'm telling myself, wear something else, try something else, it means that I actually love this fragrance. Because every time I come, this fragrance and some other fragrances that I'll be sharing with you guys soon, like whenever I come in this room, like I'm going to work and I'm looking for something to wear, I come to this room and I'm eyeing this fragrance already, and some other fragrance, and I'm telling myself, use something else because you have other stuff that you need to use, you need to review for your viewers. So this is a love for me. This fragrance you can wear all weather. I see myself wearing this fragrance to run errands. I really don't see myself working out with this fragrance. But running errands, going to the grocery shop, picking up my daughter from school, going to work, which I have used this fragrance mostly for work. That's why I can actually test the longevity for you, because if I'm working, I'm smelling myself. And so I'm smelling myself, and so I can tell you, this is lasting this long. This fragrance can be used for work. This fragrance can be used to hang out with your friends, to go on brunch, even to go on a dinner date. I think, even to go on a dinner date, this will do very well on a dinner date. I haven't tried it yet, but for a dinner date, this will do really, really well. I'm picking up the citruses. I'm picking up, it's not orange, but it's very citrusy. It's very citrusy. It's so good. This is so good, guys. Get your nose on it. Get into it. This is from Lattafa. This is very affordable. This can be bought on Amazon. This can be bought from Intense Oud, and I think I have also found it on Triple Traders. So if you guys don't mind, I will leave a link to all these sites in the description bar below for you to check it out and move on. Guys, thank you so much for making it this far. Do not forget to thumbs up the video and leave me a comment in the comment section. If you have been watching my channel but you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Until I see you on another video, stay blessed, smell fabulous, and bye for now.